it's, I'll go down. I'll just run the course of them. Do we have
You
somebody?
have Pam now.
Hi, Pam. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. We have another Aquarius, huh?
Another Aquarius with a Pisces moon.
Another Aquarius. Wow, I don't even have to pull your chart up too much. All right. Do you know your rising sign?
Capricorn.
Okay.
And I also have a question about that.
Okay.
My question is that my Capricorn rising is 2.5 degree.
Okay.
My husband's is 3.
Capricorn rising as well?
Yes.
Okay.
And I know that an eclipse is coming up. That's going to be on the 4th degree.
Okay.
Plus we have that Pluto.
Pluto, yep, at 5, yep.
Yeah, so I'm very curious about those energies.
Oh, okay.
And my moon.
And your moon. All right. What I'm going to suggest, yes, you both are going through extremely powerful times. Only once. This is only going to happen to you once, and it doesn't happen to everybody. So it really is significant. When Pluto goes into that first house, all right, it really changes somebody's power structure. It could throw them into a self-identity crisis, wanting to know, more and more about who they are. What I have found, though, especially with what's coming up, the eclipse coming in the process, and this might sound really shallow, but it's the best thing that I could suggest to you, is allow the transformation, be willing to go through whatever the transformations that you're going to go through.
Okay.
It's accept what's going on, because planets aren't there to hurt us. And that's one thing that, I look at planets as being tools. All right. And we could pick up a hammer, and the hammer could be on the table. You could pick up the hammer and you could hit yourself in the head with it, or you could take the hammer and you could build a house. Pluto's like that as well. Saturn's like that, etc. And what we want to do is be open to the highest good of that planet to us. What I have found is when people resist the changes that they're going to go through is when they have difficulty going through this whole thing. I would look at this, and for the both of you, and it's really, I was talking about the moon being a very powerful influence. What I have seen, and you won't find this in books, you've been with your husband how long?
25 years.
Yeah. What I have seen, not written, what I've observed in life, when the ascendant, when the rising signs are compatible, then things really work well. And your rising sign are just about at the same degree. So all the issues in your life, I'm not saying you operate them the same, because he might not be an Aquarius with a moon in Pisces, all right? But the underlying value of every issue is pretty similar. All right, and that's why the take was for so long. So I would just, my sun is a 4-degree in Capricorn. All right, and Pluto's sitting at 5. It's going to go back over it a couple times. And how I'm looking at it is I am very willing and open to step into any transformation I need for my higher good.
Okay.
And just let it do it with you. The moon in Pisces, see, the Capricorn rising, if we could just talk about that for a second, it makes your self-image serious. Okay, you guys are worker bees,
Oh,
right?
yes.
Right? It's important, and Capricorn does that. And what I'm going to suggest to you is to look at the light side, make life easier, feel like it's going to be easier in the process. With that moon in Pisces, one of the really positive things about a moon in Pisces is that you really could draw to you, because Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and Neptune rules imagination. You have a wonderful power of imagination to draw to you what you want. Remember, the moon is the receptive body of the sun. It's a feminine receptor, and Aquarius is a magnetic field. So part of you, the sun part of you, is the magnetic field that sends the energy out, and the moon in Pisces is the receptive field that allows you to receive it. Make sense to you?
Yes, I can see where that has happened in my life in the past.
Yeah. And now you want to be intentionally and proactively in control of those energies. especially with Pluto going into that first house. I have seen people's lives change dramatically for the better when that goes in there.
I think I just had the aha moment.
Just now?
Yeah, by what you said about the moon and the transformation. I mean, that's what I've been working on for
Yes.
myself this past year.
And you, like Elaine, are going through that transit. If you're sleeping a lot, I'm not surprised at that. All right. Saturn is in Virgo and it's making its tugs. You're really going through a major, you yourself, I don't know about your husband, but with that moon in Pisces, you have a lot of energy around your moon, you have a lot of energy around your ascendant. And Neptune, by the way, is sitting still around your sun. So use your power of imagination. Use its, if we hear about the law of attraction, I really want to change how we use that term. I really want to call it the law of radiation, because what we radiate out from us, we get, and
Yes,
we can control the radiation. We can't. The only way to control the attraction is to control the radiation. So if we're attracting things that we don't want, our radiation is misguided. And you are really a powerful, attractive field. And Elaine, if you're still out there, you are as well.
Brian.
Yes.
So would it be appropriate to say that basically what they're transforming is their own self-image, correct?
Big time.
Okay. And when you have the moon in Pisces, with the mother being the big issue, especially as females, what they've seen is their image in the form of their mother, right? So if it's opposing their mother, opposing their moon, things are opposing their moon, it would be because they're changing their own image from that of their mother to themselves.
Well, with Pluto coming into the first house, everything is about our self-image. Everything is a reflection and mirrored of our self-image. So when that's changing, even the way we look at mother changes. When somebody has a moon in Pisces, all right, generally the mother felt like a victim. Somewhere there's victim energy around mom, all right, like she had to be a martyr and take care of everybody, and woe is me, and you want to use that Piscean energy in a more positive way. Okay.
Yes.
Any other thing you want to go over?
I think I'm good for now.
Okay. Thank you for calling. Thank you very much.
Hey, Brian, when you say you want to use that Piscean energy in a more positive way, what way is that?
Use Pisces in general?
In a more positive way.
Ah.
What do you mean by that?
Well,
I have a son with the moon in Pisces, so I'm curious to know how to help him with that.
You have a son with the moon in Pisces, and
My child has a moon in Pisces, which means I was the one being a martyr.
You were the one that was
a victim.
Yeah, you weren't feeling.
I wasn't feeling it.
Okay, you weren't.
I didn't know about astrology at the time, nor any consciousness of
right
where I was at.
Well, he has a moon in Pisces. He also has a Mercury in Pisces. He also has a Mars in Pisces. So he's a lot of Piscean energy.
That's his fault, not mine. I'm just teasing. There's no faults here.
Actually, it's his soul's choice.
I know
You're
that.
absolutely
I'm just
right.
Playing.
But to use that moon in Pisces, what he is, when somebody has a moon in Pisces, they need a lot of downtime to process a lot of emotions, and to use, every sign has a positive and a shadow side to this side. So a moon in Pisces can be a victim, all right? It could be emotionally a victim, and it's got to take care of everybody. But the upside of the moon in Pisces, it's a very compassionate, a very loving, a very giving energy, and it's also ruled by Neptune, which you will be able to, your subconscious, by what you imagine internally, really more than a lot of signs could bring it to you.
Okay, so when you're telling people to use their Pisces energy in a more positive fashion, you're just saying stay in your compassionate self, stay in your loving self.
Yeah, like stay in your
try
loving
to
self.
See things as blessings as opposed to.
There's a difference between being compassionate with someone and feeling obligated to save them.
Okay, good. Yeah.
You don't have to, with your moon in Pisces, you've seen when he's gone into the toilet, so to speak, when you try to save him, right, he gets more into the toilet. But when you leave him alone, he comes out of it.
Right. And I'm actually thinking about them more than I am about Sage and I. I was thinking about the women that we've just talked to, about how they can use that more.
Being
productively.
compassionate and setting a boundary
That's
between.
what I was thinking was the boundary was important.
It's an absolute setting of the boundary in the processes of it.
Cool.
Okay?
Yeah. Do you want to keep going? Do you want me to get another caller for